All right, let's talk about what's going on out here across the First Coast today, starting off with a look out here at Jacksonville Beach. And you know what? Offshore winds there. We still have rip current risk. Looks like they're starting to get some of the stuff set up for a surf competition here on a Saturday. On top of that, loads of people out there, but they do want to watch out for that chance of rain as we go ahead through this afternoon. And as I mentioned, those rip currents on top of that too. Just thanks to the stationary boundary offshore, it's kicking up plenty of surf, and those winds could start to really push on shore as we go ahead through this evening and even into tomorrow. Now, here's the deal. Look at the broader picture. You kind of have multiple like mini low pressure areas all riding along this stationary boundary. One closest to us is just offshore, so we're kind of sitting in a little bit of a dry slot, but this isn't going to last all day. Just thanks to this low here, that's going to start to usher in that moisture. I think the highest chance of rain today is going to be across parts of southeastern areas of Georgia. Now that moisture is going to work its way south, and you are still going to be seeing these passing showers into the Jacksonville area too through this evening. This includes just in time for the games across the First Coast. I think the further north you go, the higher chance of that precip, but there is going to be rain somewhere in the area this evening. That's why we have that weather impact alert in place, not just because of the rain we're going to be seeing, which I think in downtown Jacksonville is not going to be a lot. It's just this falling on already saturated ground. So we have that chance of some local poor drainage, urban type flooding this evening. So that's really the big deal. I mean, we just look at the hour by hour futurecast. You still have these scattered showers, could even see some pretty decent rains down towards St. Augustine. This is going to kick back up again heading into Saturday over towards Sunday. I think Saturday could back off just a bit. So if you want to head out maybe to the Fall Harvest Fest, that's at Clay County's Fairgrounds. I think the weather is going to be looking better, but not completely dry. Definitely not feeling autumn at all, though. Temperatures still into the 80s here, very high humidity. We still have the stationary boundary setting up. If you want to go with some fresher autumn air, you have to head all the way out to the Carolinas, well north of this boundary, which is going to continue to linger at least into the latter part of next week when we start to see rain chances back off just a bit, but it's still